Hi, welcome to another Well Minute. We're going to ask a question today, and it's time for questions and time for some answers in our Christianity America with everything that's going on out there. Today's question is it a church of convenience or a church of consecration? We talk about the last days and what's coming and the persecution. We see the difficulties out on our streets and all that's going on, and yet we have to ask, is the church preparing the believers for what's coming, or are we just giving everybody what they need? If you ask me, it looks like we have churches of convenience. We have multiple services, so anybody can pick what service they want. Now, hear me out. If your church is filled with so much revival and so many people crowding into the services that you just have to have multiple services, you have to do it, I guess that's okay. But in a lot of cases, it's simply a matter of believers getting up and saying, I want to go to the 10 o'clock. I want to go to the 9 o'clock. I'd rather do this. I don't want to get up early. I want to go shopping. What is that about? You're supposed to be a people. You should all meet together. We have video services. We have everything that's going on. Even with the COVID thing, just put the chairs out in the parking lot and have a Holy Ghost meeting. We have ministries galore. We have children's ministries and youth ministries and old people ministries and married ministries and divorce ministry and old people ministry. We probably have dead people ministries. We have everything there is to minister to the needs of the people. But the needs of Jesus are ignored today. They're ignored. What is His needs? God's need, God's desire has always been to have a man on the earth and a woman on the earth who loved Him for who He is, that would consecrate their lives, totally give their lives over to Him. This is what Jesus ran into when He walked on the earth, when He cleaned out the temple. Because inside the very house of God, they were buying and selling. I'm sure it started off innocent enough. I'm sure it happened by degrees. I'm sure that Brother Levi was simply headed to the temple and he needed to change his money so he could buy some turtle doves. So he stops at the booth and he changes his money at the money changers and he heads into the temple. But they wanted to make it more convenient, so they moved the booths closer and closer and closer to the temple until all of a sudden it's in the temple. And that's where we are today. In the temple, we have coffee shops, and in the temples, we have bookstores, and in the temples, my goodness, in the city I live, we have churches that have bowling alleys and workout gyms and everything else. Spiritual insanity. So Jesus had to clean out the temple. And with all the political stuff, now we have churches that are having politicians in the pulpit. We've already had the motivational speakers in the pulpit. And the lifestyle coaches in the pulpit. The pulpit is supposed to be reserved for holy men delivering holy messages. We're the preachers that can hold the hellbound spellbound, as Linda Ravenhill said. We've done everything we can to make everything convenient. We've lost the idea of just having a Holy Ghost meeting with broken musicians that are just going to play some music. It doesn't have to have special lighting and $100,000 music sets and all. It's simply just broken musicians serving people who are going to sing even if there isn't any music. They're going to sing out loud because the Holy Ghost is filling them. Where the whole family gathers together. Today we can't even have a little child in a worship service. At least somebody be disturbed. And Lord forbid that a husband could look at his wife and say, could you take care of that little one? We'd have the woman brigade have a fit because feminism has entered the church just like humanism and any other ism. I know. Just the ravings of a broken-hearted preacher. So I'll stop there and tell you there's loads more like this if you want. At the website. And we ask absolutely nothing from you except this. Just take it to heart and pray. And we'll see you next time.